Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Listen, first and foremost, I want to say I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. And, you know, I hope your family's doing well during COVID-19 outbreak. I think we can all agree that the year 2020 is fucking canceled, man. Like, let's just throw the whole year away. Yeah, so whatever your plans were for the year, whatever we thought we were going to do, let's just throw that to the wayside because there's just no telling when this shit's going to get under control. But I do want to say, that I'm praying for everybody, and I hope that no one's stressing out too much. I know that there's a lot of stuff starting to pile up, and it's understandable, you know what I mean? But we will get through this together. Second off, thank you to everybody who's recently been subscribing, who's been listening to the podcast, everybody who's taken a moment of time to leave a review, leave a rating. I appreciate it to the max. You know, I do this for fun. I'm not here really I want to build a community, all that stuff. I'm not looking to monetize this thing. I'm not looking to do anything like that. So the simple fact that you guys are just taking your time out to hear what I have to say and enjoy the conversations that I have with people that I've been bringing onto the show lately, it means the world to me. Today though, I want to holler at you guys for the simple fact that, you know, the podcast is really starting to take off. Like, I'm not interviewing anybody today or having a conversation with anyone today. I want to speak with you guys one-on-one because I want to do a service to you guys, and that's what today's topic is going to be is acts of service. If you guys want to get on the show, if you have a friend that you want to recommend to the show, have them contact me. You can hit me up. The best way to hit me up is on Instagram, at Korpsx, KORPSX. Send me a DM. My email's on there. You can also send me an email. I don't like leaving my email out like that, just because I use it for so much other shit. But leave me a DM. Send me an email. DM's going to be the best way though. Tell me who you are, how you found out about me, what you bring to the table, and we'll go from there. We'll conversate a little bit. I'll let you know a little bit about the show, what I expect, the whole thing. Yeah. But I want that to be my act of service to you guys. Yeah. If you are, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a life insurance agent, if you're whatever kind of entrepreneur, if you're an artist, if you're, if you're starting a podcast, shout out my big homie, Baby Tie-Dye's Beast in the Beast Camp. After our episode, he got down and made a podcast himself. It really inspired him to start a podcast. So if you have a new podcast that you want to get out there, just hit me up, man. I don't mind. I want to use this to help people get out there. If you have a clothing brand, if you're a model, if you're a fucking porn star, whatever it is, you want to promote your OnlyFans, whatever, just hit me up, man. Hit me up. I'll bring you on. We'll talk. Of course, I'll have some questions for you. Yeah, we'll make it interesting and we'll have a good time. Yeah. And like I said, this is my act of service to you guys. And especially during this time of COVID-19 and during this time of very, 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 uncertainty. There's a lot of cloudy uncertainty happening right now in the world, and everybody is, there's a lot of people right now stressing out and kind of, I want to say, kind of having the head with their chicken cut off type of mindset where they're just kind of scrambling around and trying to get things done and worrying about this bill and that bill, and it's understandable. Those are things that we worry about every single day, without COVID, without an epidemic, happening in the world. This is something that we consistently worry about. I worry about the health of my son every single day, and right now in this type of situation, it's amplified. because it's so uncertain. You know, the one things that generally keep us grounded is our routine, you know, going to work, going to school, you know, picking the kids up, dropping them off, you know, daycare, all the shit. Like those type of habits and routine keep us grounded and generally keeps our anxiety and depression and panic at bay. But during this time of uncertainty, there's one thing that you can be certain of, is that we're all going through this. Yeah, and one thing I know for sure about human beings is that when shit hits the fan, we band together and we make sure that we are taken care of. If you guys have the chance, download the app Nextdoor. It's a fucking phenomenal app, and on this app, right, I downloaded it recently, and on this app, you know, I get notifications about people like, yo, I found a lost dog. Yo, who needs eggs? I bought the last couple cartons of eggs from the supermarket. Hey, you know, they say, hey, you know, right now in my neighborhood, we've been leaving teddy bears in the windows, and we'll dress them up super crazy, and we'll leave them in the windows. So when the kids are walking by, we can say, hey, look at the teddy bear. Look at what it's wearing, you know, for the kids. So the kids have some normality during all of this because they don't even understand what's going on, you know, and seeing them happy brings us happiness. You know what I mean? Like that act of service, it does something for us. Yeah. So during this time of uncertainty and during this desperation, find small acts of service that you guys can do, not only for others, but for yourself. Yeah. Like, if you've been meaning to, you know, to start a, like I was saying earlier, like if you've been meaning to start a podcast, start a podcast. If you've been wanting to learn how to sew, you know, start sewing. Like take the time, you know, instead of watching CNN for 4 hours or Fox News for 5 hours, start sewing. Shit, sew while you watch the news. Multitask. You know, get a couple things knocked out. You know, pick up some passion projects, draw, you know, and give those drawings to somebody. You know, let that be an act of service to yourself and make it an act of service to somebody else. Because I promise you bringing a smile to somebody else's face is going to make you feel better. It's going to bring some relief to you. And it's also going to breed karma into the world. You don't do these acts of service for the sake of karma. Do it for the sake of the act itself. Does that make sense? Like, there's a thing in the Bible, and I can't quote it directly, but I was talking about it with my mom, where after the Last Supper, Jesus, you know, was washing the feet of the disciples. And he even washed the feet of Judas, as most of us may know. Judas betrayed Jesus later on and ultimately led to his death. And Jesus knew all this already. He already knew what Judas was doing and still did this act of service for him. So I mention that so that, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with COVID. We don't know what is going to happen with our economy. We don't even know if life will ever go back to normal after all of this. Like, what will normal be after this? Because I can tell you one thing. The life we were living before COVID was not normal. Everybody, we as a society, I feel as a human society, we had become so self-centered. We had become so selfish and greedy and narcissistic. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't tell you the last time somebody had came and knocked on my door and asked for some toilet paper or some eggs or sugar. You know what I mean? I could tell you one thing though, before 2000, it happened. So for a solid span of 20 years, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw kids playing in the street. Now I can tell you, I have a lot of scars on my knees and my elbows from playing two-hand touch football out on the pavement. You know what I mean? I broke a lot of car windows. I broke a lot of car windows playing baseball on the street with my buddies. You know, and now I go outside and I see it again, you know, because parents are forcing the kids outside. You know, we had gotten so immersed in technology and so immersed in social media and so immersed in all of these things. And and the one piece of gratefulness that I pull out of all of this mayhem is that we're kind of moving back towards that, and I'm watching kids, play football outside or they're playing soccer next door and they kick their ball over, and instead of me getting all pissed off, I'm like, oh, here's your ball, guys, and it's that small act of service, that small kindness that brings happiness to my heart, and I know brings happiness to theirs, and it helps me get through my day. As a single parent, there's a lot of stress that goes through my head, and I'm also an essential worker too. I work, and it's stressful. It's really stressful, you guys, and I just want you all to understand that these acts of service, whether they are little or they are great, they are all equal. They are all equal in its karmatic value. I don't even know if karmatic value is even a real term, but in its production of good karma, it's all equal. Whether the act of service is small or whether it is great, that karma, that good karma coming to us from it, it's all equal. So just do good for the sake of doing it. Just do it. It will help you get through the day. Now, what are other acts of service? Maybe you don't live in a place where there's a lot of kids running around, or maybe you don't live in this type of area. Shop local, right? Shop local. If you're somebody who likes to cook a lot, and you're constantly at the grocery store, please go buy from your local markets. Now I know that I know everybody be like, well, they don't have everything I need. That's fine. I understand. But if you can buy something from that grocery store, do it. Whether if it's just one carton of milk, whether it's one loaf of bread, or maybe it's just some candy and a Mountain Dew. Please do it. Because that in itself is its own act of service, right? Because that market is owned by one of your neighbors. That market is owned by people that your kids go to school with. That market is owned by somebody that you might go to church with, right? Those are the type of acts of service that I'm talking about. It's something that has a exponential type of value, right? Whether we take the time to realize it or not, it has so much value. And these are the things that I'm begging people to do, right? Begging you to do. If you're doing, some splurging of retail therapy, buy from the clothing brand that your buddy started, right? Buy from that clothing brand. You know what I mean? Buy that shirt, buy those pants, buy the shoes. Get that custom face mask from a buddy who from somebody that you know personally. Or maybe, or maybe you're a part of, because I'm on Facebook and I'm a part of a couple small business Facebook group pages, and I've been going through there and I've been buying their stuff, because during this time, we're not going to get a government bailout. People like me who own a business, a small business, we're not getting a government bailout. We're not getting the government assistance. You know what I mean? There's certain programs that we do qualify for, but not all of us will receive the assistance. Okay? Just because the help is there doesn't mean that we're all going to get it. But even though that assistance is there, I'm telling you guys right now, our elected officials are not going to save us. Those celebrities are not going to save us. Mark Zuckerberg ain't going to save us. Gary Vaynerchuk is not going to save us. It will be the people. Push aside our spiritual and religious beliefs and practices. It will be us people to help each other. It will be us people to get the economy going back in the direction in which it needs to go. Now, our acts of service during this time, during these darkest hours, during these bleak nights, is going to be is going to be the determining factor for the world in which our children will inherit, right? Now, my son is 2 years old, and he's a little too young to ever remember or understand what's going on right now. But what about your children who are 10, 11, 13, 15, 17 years old? They're looking to you. Whoever's listening to this, if you're a parent, they're looking at you. If you're 15 and 17 years old and you're listening to this, right? Understand that your parents, this is what's we're shaping our future right now. And how are we going to shape it? Are we going to shape it in a place of greed, in a place of distrust and like fear? Or are we going to shape it in a place of kindness, humility, harmony, friendship, caring? What is our future going to look like? What stories will be told in the history books? Because this epidemic is going to go down in the history books as one of the craziest times of human existence. It will go down in all history books all over the world. And we need to decide, what side of the history book are we going to be sitting on? So I ask you guys today, choose your acts of service. Choose kindness. Choose love. Yeah? This is the future in which our children will inherit, and our children's children will inherit, and our children's children's children will tell stories about us and the decisions that we made in this moment. And I'm very faithful. I'm very, very optimistic about it. I know we'll do the right thing, but my act of service is putting these words out into the universe, right here on this podcast, coming live through your speakers on whatever you're listening on it to, no matter the platform, right? And I hope that you guys share this. I hope that you guys listen to it 4 or 5 times. Listen to it 6 times. 7 if it makes you feel better. Yeah? And I hope that it motivates you, yeah, to just one act of kindness, one act of service. It's a love language. It's a love language. Yeah? Understand these love languages. Because in the end, that's what prevails, you know? Again, acts of service. Okay? And this is what I got for you guys today. My last little gem is this. Is every war that was ever waged was always won first in our hearts. And in this war against COVID-19, coronavirus, it will be won first in our heart. We will win first in our heart. And it will be from us outreaching our hands to other people and asking, what can I do for you? So right now, I want to take the time to say thank you for you guys listening to this episode. Again, if you guys want to get on the show, help promote your small business, help promote your auntie's, ice cream shop, your uncle's meat market, your best friend's, YouTube vlog, whatever it might be, hit me up on Instagram at Korpsx, KORPSX, and we'll get you on. We'll conversate, you know what I mean? We'll share some information with each other, and we'll go from there. Yeah, but I really hope that this episode resonates with you all, and I hope that you guys take the time to really, look inside and determine a way in which you can impact the future, because right now, this is the time. If anybody ever wanted to leave a mark inside of the history books that'll echo for eternity, this is the time. Right now. Right now. We've never seen anything like this ever before. I mean, when was the last time we had a plague? It's been hundreds of years. right? This is the time to act. And I hope that we act in kindness and humility and love. Yeah? Holler at me, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, and if you guys have a chance, please leave me a review. Leave a rating. 1 star, 5 star, it don't matter. You guys can leave a review, say that it sucks. You guys can leave a review and say this is the best thing you've ever listened to in the whole wide world. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I just want that one act of service. If I can ask anything of you right now, that's my act of service that I want from you. I hope and pray that all of you guys stay safe. We're going to make our way through it. I'm not worried. Am I scared? Sometimes. Do I stress? Sometimes. But do I know we're going to get through this? You best fucking believe it. Yeah? So until next time, I hope you guys have a great day, week, month, year, and life. Yeah? Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side, alright? Stay motivated. Bang!